Hey guys, I'm Johnny Major, and we're doing something a little bit different today. So, I didn't really have a Friday video planned, and like, if you look at some of my YouTube shorts, I've been posting like some funny little memes I've been making about the Kendrick Lamar beef and stuff like that. And like, mostly I do, if you're new to the channel, I do like fighting games, Street Fighter, Mortal Kombat, Tekken. But I decided, like, you know, for a Friday video, why don't we try something different and like do a tier list of like everything that's been happening, because like this is like a once in a lifetime beef, and it's like crazy that we kind of got to be a part of it. Yeah, I might be a little late to the party, and that's because I've kind of been waiting for the dust to settle on this a little bit. Some people have kind of gotten hurt, and I didn't feel like it didn't feel right to like make this tier list at the time, but apparently like both sides are doing okay, so I feel like it's, and everyone's kind of making content about it, so I feel like, you know, fair game. So, you know, just for a little Friday video, I decided to make like a tier list of like the major back and forths on this beef. So, yeah, if you like this, consider leaving a like, subscribing to the channel, and hey man, stick around. I've got a lot more fighting game stuff that's coming to the channel. I'm supposed to be doing a world tour on Street Fighter 6, and that's coming soon, and also some Akuma rank matches. We're gonna do that too. But alright man, let's get into it. So at first I didn't really know how tier maker works. This is kind of like my first tier list, but I added it didn't have an S- tier, and I added that, and first person shooter wasn't on the list, so I added that too. So first person shooter goes in S- tier, because I do think it's a good song. And you know, J. Cole and Drake like kind of going back and forth in the bars. It's a good song, you know. You get a really good performance from J. Cole, you get a good performance from Drake. It's a #1 song, so you know, it's on my playlist. It's #1 for a reason. It's in S- because it's not, I mean, it's not really not much of a diss at all, really. I mean, it's really just coming from, J. Cole, where he's like, is the big three is what did he say? It's Kendrick, Aubrey, and me. We the big three, like we started the league, but right now I feel like Muhammad Ali. It's not really much of a diss, but I guess Kendrick kind of took it that way. And also, Drake said like, you know, it's the big three is it's just you and Cole, like completely leaving Kendrick out of the big three. So I feel like that's kind of the reason that Kendrick had a problem with it. So yeah, it's going in S- because it's a good song, but it's not much of a diss. So that's kind of like my thoughts in this one. Also, before we get going any further, I am more of a Kendrick fan than a Drake fan, so Kendrick bias warning. If you're more of a Drake fan, you might not be too happy with my ranking. I'm just letting you know now. I mean, a lot of the Drake part of the songs are going to get higher ratings from me, but I'm just letting you know now. Okay, so next is Like That, and that's going in S tier because it's a really good song. Not only is it a really good song, not only is it a really good song with a fire beat, like it just has a really good performance from Kendrick Lamar. I'm trying to remember, I need to pull up the lyrics, hold on. But yeah, not only is it just a great song, like with some amazing production from Metro Boomin, like Kendrick just kind of goes off in this song. Like he just hits us with a lot of flows and stuff like that. and like very, very direct disses. It's just like, I mean, it's the famous like MF the big three, it's just big me, boom! Like it's just crazy. Like, man, he was clearly very much upset about first person shooter. Like, it feels like, you know, first person shooter was kind of like the olive branch from J. Cole, just like, hey man, let's all be friends, and Kendrick's just smacks the olive branch out of the hand, like, nah man, I'm the best. So it's a funny song. It's really good. I mean, it's mostly towards Drake. Just the, you know, your best work is a light pack. Prince Live Mike Jack. For all your dogs getting buried. That's okay with all these knives. You go see Pet Cemetery. Like, yeah, just great. Just a great song. Now, according to some people, like when he says, let me see. So apparently, like when he says like, and your best work is a light pack, like it's apparently like a wink to Drake that a rapper called Daylight wrote his diss to Meek Mill back in the day. He wrote back to back. Allegedly, but I don't know. It's all alleged. Like, we don't really know what these artists think, so yeah, it's kind of up in the air, but if he did do that, that's brilliant. So yeah. Like that, S tier. Okay, might delete later. Might delete later would go in B tier, but Cole took back everything he said, so it goes in C tier. So, might delete later. Yeah, I was very shocked at this. I didn't know if, like, at the time, you know, you don't know if J. Cole or Drake is even going to respond to any of this. So, like, hearing might delete later was crazy. I didn't really like... It's not the thing I would have went for if I was Cole, like, going after Kendrick's discography, saying, like, your second one put people to sleep in it, and they gassed it. Like, your last one was tragic. It's like, bruh, Mr. Morale in the Big Steppers is just so underrated. And like, if you ask me, every Kendrick album is fantastic to me. So I don't know where he was going with that. And even when I heard it the first time, I was like, he doesn't really mean any of this. I mean, he's just jabbing at Kendrick at this point. He doesn't really mean any of this. And it turns out I was right, because he took it back like 2 days later and took this song off streaming. So, yeah, decent performance from Cole. I like the second beat that Conductor made, but yeah. Since he took it all back, it's just like kind of whatever. It goes in C tier. Now, Push-Ups. Push-Ups goes in A tier. I think Push-Ups is a really good song and really quotable. Like, I do feel like, you know, the common criticism about this song is that it kind of lacks focus, and I kind of agree, but at the same time, when you got like 12 people coming at you at the same time, it's kind of, you know. And yeah, what else did I want to say about this one? You know, it is funny, like, you know, Cole, bruh, you know, Drake's like a natural comedian out here. Like, just to have this talk with you, I had to hike down. How are you a big stepper with the size 7 men's on? Like, bro, this song is funny. Like, it's just like, bro, it's just like cooking my goat on both sides, man. I can't be too mad at this song. And actually, if you know, the demo for this song got leaked, and I think I actually like that one better in a way. He just sounds way more angry in that song. So I like the official version, but I think I like the original leaked version better, because even this song, the leaked version has an extra verse at the end that didn't make it into the last song, and I feel like it should have had it. It was a good verse. But yeah, yeah, Push-Ups in A tier. I don't listen to Push-Ups that much, except for when I only really listen to the leaked version of Push-Ups. But yeah, good song, valiant effort. Goes It, Weekend, and a whole lot of people. Oh, bro, I almost forgot. It has one of the best bars out of here. Metro, shut up and make some drums. Which comes back to bite Drake later, but we'll get to that. Okay, Champagne Moments. Champagne Moments goes in C tier. I mean, it's just kind of like, I don't want to say it's kind of whatever, but you know, it's just kind of like whatever. It's okay. Rick Ross kind of goes over just what everyone kind of already says about Drake. Like, he is a part of the culture, like culture vulture, stuff like that. But you know, it's just a decent Rick Ross song. You know, it's just a decent Rick Ross song. I think one of my favorite bars is like he's basically like, Drake is just kind of arguing semantics with Rick Ross. Like, one of my favorite lines is like, what, you're richer than me, so what? I have like a $50 million house. Where do you want me to stay? Like, I like that bar. It's just kind of like, you're richer than me. Okay, I'm rich. Who cares? You know, I just like that one. And it has like the, and it also coined BBL Drizzy. So another important thing that we'll get to later. So yeah, Champagne Moments, good song. Okay, it's alright. It's alright. Okay. Tailor-Made Freestyle goes, I feel like I'm comfortable putting it in B tier because it's just, again, I kind of feel like it's kind of whatever, because like I'm one of the people that thinks using AI is kind of corny. Like, a lot of people thought it was like really inventive, really creative way to diss Kendrick. And it was, but it's also a little bit corny to me too. Like, you're using like a dead man's AI voice to diss Kendrick. It's just like, I don't really like it. There was one part where he's like, say he likes young girls, it's a gift from me, which is a little weird that you kind of like try to bypass that. Like, I'm gonna say this about myself before Kendrick says it, but man, it's a serious allegation, man. I don't think you can like skirt by that. So I don't know if that was the best idea for Drake to bring that up. But I mean, he's just going out. He's just going at Kendrick, you know. He's saying like, you never shot nobody, you never went to jail, which is like kind of weird because Kendrick never brags about shooting anybody, going to jail, being a gangster or anything like that. I mean, he's just kind of, his album is called Good Kid, Mad City. You know, I mean, he's never bragged about being a gangster ever, so kind of weird that you're sticking to that topic, but you know, whatever. I'm trying to think, but like at this point, I'm just like, dog, man, my goat is getting cooked out here. And a lot of people were saying like, you know, Kendrick's not battle tested, Kendrick doesn't do this, Kendrick doesn't do that. And like at the time, I'm just like, well, you know, I guess Kendrick doesn't do anything like that. You know, if he doesn't respond, I mean, I guess Drake wins, you know. And then on a Tuesday afternoon, we get Euphoria. And Euphoria goes straight to S tier. Like, there's like so many quotables and like just so much good stuff in this song. Give me 1 second. Yeah, like we kind of start off the song with like everything they say about me is true. Like basically, and like I watch What's the Dirt, and he basically did like a whole breakdown on this song. It's a decent watch. I'll probably leave that in the description. But he's basically saying like everything they say about me is true, meaning like the culture kind of already doesn't like Drake, so why is I don't really even need to say anything about you in this song. And like a lot of people like downplay this song, like Kendrick doesn't really reveal any new information, but the performance on this song is just insane, bro. Like Kendrick's just going. He is going off. There are a lot of good bars in this one. Like this is a lot of people's favorite. What is it? The braids? Like that went crazy. Like I hurt your feelings. You don't work with me no more. Okay. And like the fact that he's just like, I love him to death, and in 8 bars I'll explain that phrase, and then in 8 bars he's like, yeah, Cole and Aubrey know I'm selfish. The crown is heavy. I pray them I were friends, but if not, I'm YNW Melly. Like, I'll kill both of y'all to get the #1 spot, which is insane. That's a crazy bar. And like, yeah, and I will say like this all kind of felt like, you know, if they're in a boxing match, like Drake just threw out some pretty good jabs, like some pretty good jabs, but like Euphoria was just like a open hand slap to Drake's face. Like this, I would hate to be Drake if I heard this song. And I did think this bar was weird. Like, I hate the way that you sneak diss. If I catch flight, it's gonna be direct. But like, someone explained it to me, like, cause Kendrick sneak disses too. But like, he's saying, like, I hate the way that you sneak diss. Like, and Kanye has said it before, Kanye West has said it before, like, Drake disses you in a way that the people on the outside don't get it, but like once you hear it, you understand it. So like, I definitely think Drake has been saying a lot of stuff about people. I mean, people aren't attacking you for no reason. Like, there's clearly some animosity there. I don't think they're just jealous, bro. I think Drake is really out here doing some really messed up stuff. I'm just saying. Oh man, I forgot. When I see you stand by Sexy Red, I believe you see 2 bad bees. Like, dog, man. Like, he is going off. And like the cease and desist on the Like That record, which I don't know if that's true, but there were some emails that Metro Boomin sent out about that, so I don't know for sure, but like, might be true. But just because your record company sent out, just because your record company sent those out doesn't mean you had a direct hand in that. So I'm kind of cutting Drake some slack on that, because just because if his record label did send those out, that doesn't mean he was directly involved in that. So I'll give him a pass. Like, I love this song. I listen to it like once a day at work. So yeah, all that around Euphoria S tier. And at this point I didn't know what was going to happen, because Kendrick says, if you take it there, I'm taking it further. That's something you don't want to do. And in push-ups, Drake said, like, this isn't everything I know, don't wake the demon up. So we got 2 people saying, like, I have dirt on you that you do not want to get out. So at this point, I didn't know what was going to happen. So this was crazy. Yeah, Euphoria, 3 beat switches, great song, S tier. Okay, now we got 616 in LA. This is a better song than Push-Ups, in my opinion. It would go in S- tier, but it's not much of a diss as much as it is just a friendly look at Drake, you know? Like, there are some really good flows in this song, like Off-White Sunseeker at the Marina, F a Phantom, I like to buy yachts when I get the fever. Like, he's just going off, like, what does it say? Like, the industry's cooked as I pick the carcass apart. like somebody's line. I could feel the vibes on act even. He looking compromised. Let's peel the layers back. Like, bro's just like, he's going off. And like, we get our first look at the Maybach gloves, which was kind of weird at the time. I was like no one knew what that meant, so it was just kind of like whatever. And I'd say I'm tempted to put this song in S- tier because this song just kind of becomes more true as the time goes around, because this song is basically saying like, hey Drake, this song is basically saying, hey Drake, like, the people on your team do not have your best interests at heart. Like, bro, these are some snake dudes that you're rolling with, and you might want to check your circle. Which is ringing to be true a little bit, because we're getting a lot of leaks from the OVO camp. So Drake might want to check his circle. And there's one line that I thought was crazy. He's like, at the end, he's just like, what does he say? But like, if you're not alone, ask what Mike would do. At the end of the song, which I didn't really get at first until you look at the lyrics and realize that Michael Jackson died because of the negligence of someone on his team, which is basically Kendrick saying like, you might want to check your circle because these dudes might kill you or stab you in the back, like, which is that's brutal. So I'm low-key, can I put this? I don't know where to put this song. This song might go in S- tier. I'm tempted to put this in S-, but I'll leave that in S- for now. It might go back down to A tier, but yeah, it's S- for now. Family Matters. No. Family Matters goes in, yeah, that feels good. Family Matters goes in S- tier. Also, this tier list doesn't have Buried Alive Part 2, but I mean, who cares? I don't care about that song. I'll be honest with you. Family Matters. It's S-. It's a great performance from Drake. He makes a lot of very out there implications about Kendrick Lamar, that he assaults his wife, that Dave Free might be the father of one of his kids. He's throwing a lot out there, and like Baby Keem writes his music, which I don't know if that's true, but a lot of things tell me that's not true, because we have reference tracks of Kendrick writing songs for Baby Keem, so that doesn't make too much sense to me, but could be true. I don't know. And like, there's a lot of allegations that I don't feel stick that well. You know what? I'm putting I don't care. You guys can be mad at me. Family Matters goes in A tier. It's still great, but there's a lot that I feel like is untrue about this song. From what I hear, like, you know, he says like, why did you move to New York? Is it because you're living that bachelor life? And according to people close to Kendrick, like, Whitney was there in New York with him, so I don't know if that really rings true. But yeah, this is amazing. This is an amazing performance from Drake. He gets Weeknd out of there. He gets A$AP Rocky out of there. He tries to get Metro Boomin out of there, but it doesn't work, and we'll find out later. He gets Rick Ross out of there. Like, bro's just like shooting at everybody. Like, this is this is a fantastic performance from Drake. Like, he goes off in the second verse. You know, and a lot of people don't like this song because he's going at so many people. Like, a lot of people thinks like, bro, you should focus on Kendrick. He's the one coming right at you. But like, it's an impressive performance. Like, it's my favorite. It's probably my favorite Drake song from this back and forth. But yeah, and I'm not going to pretend that Kendrick just opened his mouth. Someone go get him a Grammy right now. I'm not gonna pretend that's not funny. Like again, bro, Drake is a whole comedian out here. Like if music doesn't stand up, if music doesn't work out for him, he should try stand up or go back to acting. And there's a crazy line that makes this song A tier for me. Like, there's no big three, it's Big D, and there's video proof. Huh? You're rapping at Kendrick, and you're talking about your size in this beef? That's odd. Why are you telling Kendrick about that? Okay, whatever. You know, there's just a lot of things in Family Matters that I don't think really ring true, but it's still a great song and definitely deserves to be an A tier. And I think that's all I got to say about that. Meet the Grams, S tier. This song, if Family Matters was a tactical nuke, then Kendrick just sent a tactical nuke right back. And I mean, this isn't the best song per se, but it's definitely the best diss. Like, this is why I just feel like Kendrick is just a better artist than Drake. Like, in terms of imagination, like who would think to, in a diss battle, to write open letters to your entire family? Like, the moment he said "Dear Adonis," at the moment I was just like, where are we going with this song? And this song, oh, and I forgot to mention, like, Family Matters set a precedent for this beef. I just think it was a bad idea for Drake to bring up family in this beef. He should have kept it mainline. He shouldn't have kept it personal, because that was his main mistake with push-ups and Family Matters. Like, I Be With Bodyguards, like Whitney. Like, Drake started this mudslinging first, and like, he kept daring Kendrick to drop. Like, drop, Kendrick, where you at, Kendrick? Like, and it ended up being pretty bad for him. So, like, yeah, Meet the Grams, open letter to his family. Like, he talks to his mom and says he has sex offenders on OVO that he keeps on a monthly allowance. Like, and with, like, Baka Not Nice being on your team, it's kind of hard to shake that allegation. And, you know, Drake has a history with young girls, so it's hard to shake that allegation. You know, he's just going at him. Like, and the part where he's just like, you lied about your son, you lied about your daughter, huh? You lied about all this stuff. It's just like, bro, Kendrick, you gotta calm down. I thought we were just having fun a second ago. Man, this song is insane. Even without the stuff about the 11-year-old daughter, which a lot of people say Kendrick is just lying about that, but I don't know. It's no secret that Drake gets around, so I don't know. That may or may not be true. According to people on Kendrick's side, they have proof of the daughter, but it's just a warning to Drake to keep it with the raps and nothing else. So, I don't know. I'll just put it up in the air and say I don't know about the daughter. But everything else he said, every other verse in this song is just brutal. So, S tier for Meet the Grams. Like, we got this, as Tony Baker would say, we got this creepy beat that sounds like Dracula playing the piano and inviting you into his mansion, who's also your therapist. Like, this is like the meanest therapy session you could ever have. So yeah, brutality at the finest level. Meet the Grams, S tier. Not Like Us goes in S tier, and I don't know where to put it in S tier. I don't know. S tier, S tiers in no particular order for me. So with Not Like Us, he kind of, this is like Meet the Grams, but it's like part for parties. Like you're gonna have people all summer dancing to Kendrick calling you a PDF file, a person who drinks Pedialyte, and people are gonna be dancing to it all summer. And like he like kind of triples down on the colonizer line, which people kind of already call him anyway. Like this song, and like bro, Kendrick busts out another new flow. Like he's never rapped with this kind of like West Coast flow. Like it's crazy. Like what did he say? Like your homeboy needs subpoena. His better move in flocks. His face needs to be registered and placed on never he'll lock. Maybe we'll watch. I lean on you niggas like another line of walk. Yeah, solos on me and I'm gonna sit it up the pop. Put the wrong label on me, I don't get them dropped. Sweet chin music and I won't pass the ox. Like, bro is going off. Like, it's a DJ Mustard beat, and bro is just flowing over this beat like it's nothing. It's insane. Great performance from Kendrick and brutal diss at the same time. Yeah, that's all about that's about all. What more needs to be said about Not Like Us? It's fantastic. I'm gonna go ahead and get this out of the way because there's a lot I have to talk about with this. The Heart Part 6, it stinks. It's going in D tier. Like this song is the equivalent of like a clown like throwing a pie in its own face.
Rabbit season, duck season, rabbit season, rabbit season, duck season, fire!
Like, he's addressing the allegations that Kendrick said on him in like the worst way possible. Like, I mean, and people have said it before, like, I'm too rich and famous to be caught. Like, I'm too rich and famous to be caught by the police, which isn't how it works. Like, a lot of famous people get away with stuff like this, and you have a history with young girls that's really weird, and you bring up Millie Bobby Brown, and no one brought her up. It's... Song... I hate using the word cringe, but... Song's pretty cringe. I hate the word cringe, but there's no other way I can say it. And he kind of doubles down on the allegations at Kendrick, which I don't believe at this point. And he's also like saying he fed Kendrick the information about the daughter, and like he sent him the picture of the shirt and the medicine, and he's like, the joke is in the prescriptions, which I don't really get that, because where's the joke in that? I don't see a joke. Do you see a joke? But yeah, I don't believe he set up Kendrick, because Drake is just kind of like the meme guy, right? If he set up Kendrick, he would have said something that night instead of posting like, "Oh, I don't have a daughter." You would have posted all the stuff of you going back and forth with Kendrick and feeding him this information. It would be so easy for Drake to have receipts on this. So that doesn't really make sense. And you know what would have been a brilliant play? For him to have sent Kendrick that picture of the shirt, and for Drake to post that same shirt that night with like it's an expanded picture of him with that shirt going like haha, I got Kendrick. Like, then I would have been more inclined to believe Drake. But at this point like, Drake hasn't come out with any proof, and he basically said this beef is over with his post where he's just like, well, that was fun, summertime vibes now. So this to me kind of seems like the white flag from Drake. And like, we get like this really funny clip from Yo Deej who's a really funny animator. Like, I'll play that clip.
I'm not gonna lie, this shit was some good exercise. Like, it's good to get out, get the pen working. You would be a worthy competitor if I was really a predator.
But yeah, and then at the end of the song, he tries to like sun Kendrick Lamar, like he didn't get cooked on both sides on Meet the Grams and Not Like Us. Like, I don't know yet, man. This song, it's bad. It's I mean, other than the flow, he has a good flow and a good beat, but everything else, it sucks. The song sucks. I'm sorry. Hey guys, Editor Johnny here. I also wanted to mention that Drake completely misses the point of Mother I Sober, which is that Kendrick denies being SA'd in that song, and the reason why no one believes him is because his mother was SA'd, not him, and also that Drake completely misses the point of Duckworth when he says, you know, Top robbed your dad, which he didn't. He says in the song that Top didn't rob his dad because he liked him. So this line that Drake says when he says you gotta learn to fact check things and be less impatient actually applies to him. Okay, BBL Drizzy, S tier. It had people all around the world clowning Drake, like rapping over it, making songs about it. Like, Metro just took the advice of Drake to shut up and make some drums, and make some drums he did. And this was a really bad look for Drake. Man, this song is not only very catchy, just the like, man, this song, like, it's the first instrumental in history. It's insane. It goes, like, you know, it's an okay beat, but the impact of this beat is why I kind of put it in S tier. Like, if it was just the beat on its own, it'd probably go in S- tier. If I had an A+ tier, it might go in A+, but yeah. BBL Drizzy S tier. But yeah, guys, that's my ranking for these. There's no real... I'm trying to look at my list and see if there's anything I would change. But I feel pretty good about my list. But yeah, guys, I definitely... I've been at this for 42 minutes. Of course I'm going to cut down some stuff, but yeah. I definitely think that Drake should have left the personal stuff out of it and just came at Kendrick's artistry. Like, I feel like he would have done better in this beef that way. Just like, you know, obviously, you know, Kendrick has some weird parallels with Lupe Fiasco. You know, Damn is an album that you can listen to forward and backwards, just like one of Lupe's albums. I think it's Drogas or Drogas Wave that you can listen to forward and backwards. But yeah, I think Drake would have done better attacking Kendrick's artistry. Like, call him like Lupe Light. Call him something like that. That would have been funny. You know, but he chose to wake the demon up, and in my opinion, like, Drake got cooked. I mean, he'll be fine as an artist. All he has to do is come back with some bangers and he'll probably be alright. So, I mean, whatever. It doesn't matter that he lost the beef. I think he lost the beef, but it doesn't really matter. And also, I kind of think it's weird that there were some very serious allegations on both sides, and that Kendrick and Drake fans can just come together and just be like, good game at the end. Like, they didn't say what they said, but, you know, it's whatever. That's my ranking. What do you guys think? What would you change? What would you put higher? What would you put lower on the list? I've been talking for way too long. This is Johnny Major. I didn't think this video would be this long, but apparently I had a lot to say about this. But yeah, that's it for me. More Street Fighter fighting game videos out in the future. I'm out. Peace.
Glory to your